I want to talk about this concept of logging out to level up. And I feel like most people are absolutely glued to their phones. Their phone is an extension of themselves, and there are terms that we can use in which cover the concept of the addiction of the phone. And it's staggering to me how many hours other people spend on their phones. And then, whilst I've started YouTube, how many hours I was spending using my phone. And how bizarre it became because I am a writer and I am an introvert and I love being by myself. And that doesn't mean being by myself with my phone, that means being by myself without my phone. I feel that most people are unaware, they are not cognizant of how many hours they are attached to these devices, not just your phone, but your computer, your television. If you're not on your phone, then you're watching television. And if you're not watching television, then you're on your computer or you're on your phone. I mean, this technology has really gotten out of hand. And there is, of course, a time and a place for it. It helps me stay connected to my beloved. It helps me stay connected also to my loved ones. It helps me run and maintain my businesses. It helps me run and maintain my YouTube channel. There's a time and a place for using these devices, but I just feel like for most people it's gotten really out of control. And I hope that you can rein in the amount of time that you're using these devices. So, what you may do is start putting timers on your phone for how many hours you can spend on your devices. I have no television. I haven't had a television for many years, and I find the television to be distracting and annoying. And I know that that isn't most people's perspective, and that's okay. I don't expect you to have the exact same perspective as I do. I just want you to find a way to level up in life and not do what most people do, which is the term is doom scrolling for hours or binge watching some series on television. When I was very young, the television was in the house and I hated it. I just found it to be so distracting. And when I was very young, I would rather work on a physical project with my hands or some type of paint by numbers or drawing. I was terrible at drawing, but something to tinker with. And today, and I mean my age now, where I am at in my growth now, I don't really like using the phone. Many people use their phone while they're driving, and that's very dangerous. Even using those panels that they have in the cars now, where you're just pressing buttons and then all these notifications are coming up, it's getting a little out of hand, in my opinion. With my routines, or my routine, depending on the day, depending on the time, my routines do vary. They do, but I don't have this attachment to the phone. I love waking up in the morning and having matcha. And preparing the matcha is like a ritual in the morning. And not having my phone and not checking my notification whilst I'm drinking my tea and preparing my tea has been absolutely life changing for me. And it wasn't easy to start that habit, just like it wasn't easy to increase my physical athletic nature. But there's this part of me that needs to exercise. There's this part of me that needs the tea in the morning. I need to read. I need to write. and I need to take baths and oil my body. All of these things are things that I need to enrich and nourish my soul, especially as an introvert, especially as a sensitive person. And I do all of these things without the phone. When I take a bath, I don't have my phone anywhere near me. If I do have a phone near me, I'll correct myself. If I do have a phone near me for bath time, it's only to listen to harp and pouring rain. And after the bath, when I'm oiling myself, I spend 3 hours soaking in my oils. Not every single day, but often. 3 hours out of my day after my about 15 to 20 minute or 45-minute bath, I will come out of the bath and I will pour oils over me. I will body oil myself and I will soak in them and I will listen to more harp and pouring rain. And it's extremely introspective. It's how I've learned to grow as a person. It's how I've learned to heal as a person, especially with emotional traumas, physical traumas, things of that nature, right? And then the tea in the morning really starts my day. And again, I do all of this without my phone. I'm not here to chastise or be cruel, but you must understand that it's a time waste when you're sitting and scrolling on your phone for more than 5, 6, 7, 8+ hours a day. Some of you guys are on your phone for 11 hours a day, and that's really concerning. And I've taken neuroscience courses. I know what these things do to the brain. And of course, there are always people that are going to argue that it's not doing anything. But think about how you want to live your life. Think about how you want to have autonomy and control over your life. And if you are sitting attached to your phone, or if you're sitting and binge watching videos, you're stagnating. You're disrupting the physiology of your system. You're disrupting the physiology of your body, and that is absolutely detrimental because you need to be moving your body. And I highly recommend hydrating the body thoroughly. And I highly recommend, I highly recommend moving the body at least 45 minutes to an hour a day. Most people may only get in about 20 to 30 minutes. That's better than nothing. But you should not be sitting stagnant. You should not be. I see so many people stuck in their 9 to 5s, and it is so heartbreaking to me because they're very sick in the fact that they're not getting up and moving enough. And my hope for you is that you do not work a job that you hate. That is another side note that I have. A lot of those people that work jobs that they hate have to be, they have a sense of extreme attachment to their devices because they have emails and meetings. And again, all of those are enwrapped in the phone. What I love about having my own business, running my own time, right? I'm in control of my time. I don't have someone that is my boss. I am my boss. God is my boss. I can say it that way, that God is my boss. But I don't have someone above me. It's me that's taking care of everything. And I know that not everyone is meant to be a business owner. Not everyone is meant to run their own business and be CEO of a company or top prime piece of a company. But what I do want to say is just limit your time on these devices. Take time for yourself to really reflect and grow as a person and to have that self-care. I want to recommend a few things that you can do instead of being on your phone. Some of these are harder than others for some people, and I understand that. But one of the things I want to note is do not touch your phone as soon as you wake up. Go do something else that you need to do for the day. Take out a journal and write your 3 main priorities for the day. Your top 3 priorities. Don't write a list of 30 things that you need to get done in the day. That's too much. Or if you're going to do that, then make sure that you're allocating your resources effectively. But just write down 3 things. You don't need to overwhelm yourself. Write down 3 things that you need to do for the day. Maybe it'll be an intellectual win, it'll be a physical win, and an emotional win. That could be the case. try to go for a walk without putting any input in your ears, without headphones. Just go for a walk and be with yourself, be by yourself, and just walk. It doesn't have to be a sprint, it doesn't have to be a jog or a very intense run. Sometimes walking is gentler on the soul, and it really helps with this sense of deep reflection. And you'll start hopefully asking yourself questions how you want to grow as a person, how you want to restart your life. Walking for me has been exponentially beautiful because it's helped me reconnect with the deepest parts of myself. So I want to focus not only on the walking, but maybe you start a tea preparation process. And in the morning I start with my tea in the morning, right? I don't start with scrolling on my phone for hours. I don't do that. If there's a notification from a beloved person in my life and that's adamant and needs to be addressed, then yes, I will text that person back or I will call that person back. But in most circumstances, in most days, I wake up and I start my day with tea. And that for me takes me away from the technology of the world. And it really helps with deep inner reflection and helps me focus on myself. And I ask myself questions such as what needs to be done today? What are the top priorities? And maybe nothing needs to get done that day. Maybe that is a day of absolute rest and reflection. And maybe on that day, all I do is have a cup of tea, take a bath, and oil my body. But these are suggestions that I have for you. Maybe soaking in oils for 3 hours is something that you don't have time for. I know that there are a lot of people that busy themselves, but you need to learn to carve out time for yourself away from the phone.